It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. It is Week 16 in the NFL, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Philadelphia Eagles.
Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And that's just a solid, good physical run there as he motors for 9 yards. Second down in the yard.
A gain of 9 brings up second and 1.
To throw, Mayfield. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. You talk about this Bengals defense. They were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Up the middle with Barkley. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. The Eagles at 500, 7-7 on the year. And they coming on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Second down, here's Barkley again. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Mayfield on play action. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Throw left side complete to Chase. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. So erase the red zone score. They'll have to dial that one up again.
And you know how difficult it is to strike in the red zone because things are a little bit more condensed. You got to go back to their play chart and see if they can dial up another one.
Here we go, here we go. 180. Hot. Hot, hot.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Play action. It's Burrow. He'll try and do this himself. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it will still bring up a 4th down.
Well, one of the things we talked about coming into this was we were never going to question the fight that he's going to have for all 4 quarters of a game. But ideally, you want him fighting for big plays and first downs early, not fighting just to get back to the line of scrimmage, as we saw right there.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Their second drive here, the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there their last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points of their own.
2nd and 6.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd down and 6.
Run, run, run. 180.
Mayfield off the play fake. His short throw caught by Goddard. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Throwing, Mayfield. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play there for Philly. 52 yards. Pretty good yards after the catch there on that crossing route. Is a crossing route good for a quarterback because the receiver's coming across his line of vision?
They love those kind of throws. And how many times have you seen any of what we call an in-breaking route? Quarterback really turns it loose, doesn't he? Has a lot more confidence because he can see the play right in front of him. This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Again, it's Barkley. And he is going to be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bengals' 20-yard line.
Down at the 20-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up.
They'll try to run forward Barkley. And he is going to have an Eagles first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
180.
Barkley, inside handoff. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
The tackle made at the 12-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's 2nd and 7. A handoff to Barkley. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Play fake. Mayfield. He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown, Eagles. Rodeo Dobbs, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Good bounce-back drive right there. Through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce back. Tremendous poise. Confidence never lost. And obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Here we go, here we go.
Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
11. Here we go.
Now Burrow. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Here we go.
Here's Burrow. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
3rd down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And we'll see what he can do on the return. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here.
20. What's up?
Throw right side, hauled in by Dobbs. Only able to gain a couple there. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there? Swarming to it and not allowing that to happen. Did not let him get downfield.
This offense so far on third down, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10. Now Mayfield. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. A terrific return, 30 yards all in all. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position.
On 2, ready? 11. Here we go.
And they go play action now. Burrow. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
Now 2nd and 9. Now a first carry here for the running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. McPherson's kick is good. But, Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that, but only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
180!
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. And he'll get about 3 out of that up to the 39-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And some room to maneuver. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line.
180! What's that?
Yeah, he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
And a yard.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. From the 20, here's 2nd and a yard. Here's a give up the middle. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
20! Done!
Mayfield looks to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A great effort there. His 1st touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are able to stretch out their lead.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone to give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Aubrey now for the PAT. And it's up. It's good. Our score 14-6.
Eagles 14, Bengals 6.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Burrow will throw. Got his man in stride, complete. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
It's a gain of 6. And a Bengal 1st down.
Now it's Burrow. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
On 1, ready?
Now a 2nd and 6.
12. Here we go, here we go.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Now he'll tuck this and run. And Burrow going to slide to the ground as he does pick up the 1st down.
That's good for a Bengals 1st down.
11, 13,
at the 38-yard line.
11.
Back to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Here we go.
Now it's Burrow. it's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Burrow looking to pass. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. So 8 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 46. That is inches from the upright. It's no good. Wide to the left. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. The Bengals with work to do in this third quarter, but they'll get the football first as we are back underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Jamar Chase, 65 yards. And the Bengals come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Needed a couple yards for the 2-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do, because a lot of teams play you for the pass, so you spread people out, decide to run the football. You often find good running lanes.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective, because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They go play action. Mayfield on the RPO. He'll keep it himself. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
Mayfield down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They run. Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of of scrimmage.
He was taken down.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
59 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And on 3rd and inches, we're going to get a whistle and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. On 3rd down, Barkley. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
A couple of 1st downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. On the draw, this is Barkley. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Real. Hey, alert.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
He's been patient this entire game, waiting for the perfect moment to surprise him with a quarterback keeper. There he catches him off guard and converts his first rush of the game into a 1st down. Gotta love that efficiency.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They'll run wide side here with Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And now Mayfield on the bootleg. He'll try and do this himself. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Mayfield showing he can be fleet of foot, picking up the 1st down.
Oh, man. Just when the D thought they had the answer for him, he went and changed the question. Surprises him by taking off himself, is able to set up his offense pretty with a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run forward Barkley. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes a defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
180! What's that?
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Saquon Barkley from 10 yards out. And the Eagles have moved out in front. Aubrey now for the point after. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Eagles 21, Bengals 14.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30.
35-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
A 6-yard pickup.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down.
11 mighty. Gun.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
11 MT, take, stop.
They'll look to throw. And that almost intercepted. Oh, they would have loved to have their first pick of the game right there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down.
Here we go.
They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
On 1, ready?
From the 43, here's 2nd down and 5.
Here we go. 11.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow looking deep here for Chase. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase with his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. Now he'll get a loose football. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
11, mighty, 12.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And that one drops down, incomplete.
Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's second down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Chase, the motion man right. And he'll get it here on the touch pass.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
A 2-yard pickup takes it 3rd and
8. Gun. Stop. Wide 80. Stop.
Back to throw here. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
The good signal calls will never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
So the big return had them fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time to make sure you get in shape.
Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Mayfield to throw it. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Fights off the defender. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A good first down call as the screenplay gets him 9.
And good yardage there on first down because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd down at a yard.
Hey, alert 33.
The carry here for the big tight end. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the 1st down. A nice run right there.
20. What's that?
On first. Oh, no, he lost the football. And he'll be brought down, looks like right at the 40.
The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. Stop.
Throwing, Mayfield. This is caught. It's Brown. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
That's another
2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Run. Kings.
Mayfield. And he whips that one incomplete there.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Second and 10.
It's sick. 180.
They go back to the ground now with Barkley. 68 yards rushing for him now to this point.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
180.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Now 1st and goal.
They give it up here to the tight end. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
They'll come out in the pistol.
Barkley. Going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line.
Behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 on the play. It's 3rd down and goal to go.
Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd and goal now in a 1-score game.
Pistol. 180. What's that?
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And we are all tied here in the final stages. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
At their own 35-yard line.
This is 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Here comes 2nd down.
Let's get set. 11. 11 Thomas. 11. Stop.
Burrow
the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
On point, ready?
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal.
Here we go.
1st and 10 here. From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. And 2 big plays, one after the other. Now all of a sudden, they're on the march.
Got to feel good about what they've just gotten done, and now feel really good about what's in front of them.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Here we go, here we go. 180. Stop.
Burrow bats it forward. It's a jet sweep. And a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line.
On 2.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
Here we go, here we go. Stop.
Hands it off out of the gun.
A pretty nice, strong run, but can't break away. Down just inside the 30.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward. Because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage, if they do pop one, it's going to go a long way.
Yeah, I was going to say could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the Bengals are going to get out of here with a W.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for Cincinnati, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they hit the 10-win mark now at 10-5. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the